listen to this one. But basically, good luck ever winning as the military and the Navy and the Coast Guard and the police officers, firefighters, doctors, and teachers of the world in San Diego harness the power of data collecting, data mining, and statistical analysis. So, like I said, let Jim Riley and Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinwan, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man, the All-American Attila, GPS Paso Robo Rapist Knight, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Ellery. You know, and let's see, Jim Hall, Bill Ball, Doug King, Morgan, Steve Jones. Let them win. Let Stan and Karen and the Country and Western and the Carnies win. Let them tell their story to prove their hypocrisy. Because all it amounts to with Harry and Pick a Street to Make a Street is who got laid first, basically. So, or see the Menards, Alyssa, see, right? Harry and one of them had sex with her. See, I didn't have sex till I was 18 or 21 years old, around there. So, we can kind of figure out what it's all about. Who got married first, who got laid first, to the white purity is the Joe and there's whole little obsession and shit. And who they attacked and made sick. Sometimes I wonder if a lot of it has to do with some of you didn't marry the Disney chicks. But let Joe and them tell their story of hypocrisy, Stan. See, you sure you guys want it? Bernard LaChance, Conman, Freeman, Bernard, who had sex first with the white parody chick is their whole deal with Joe and them, and Karen and Country and Western. So, and look what it did to you all. Look what it did when you guys attacked the Hiltons and Bowmans and Kennedys over it. See, the African Americans do the same thing. Who got laid first? So they attack Jehovah's Witnesses and Jews, but they're total hypocrites. It's all sports addict and shit, and they go run back down there and they're entertained by it. So, like I said, let the oppressors win, and let Joe and his mouth and Harry and them what they told the kids to do in their hypocrisy show. It's all about, you're the biggest faggot liar, David Balafaggot Morad, there ever is. Never had happened. All you've done is made it up with Bernardo LaChance and his lies and his racism, Dave, to steal more shit with your carny. And you guys were the ones that actually screwed some of them and made them sick. So like I said, how are you guys going to win? When the Navy and the Coast Guard and the military and police and firefighters, you know, collect all the data and then data mine it and have the statistical analysis. They get to prove all the attacks of Bernardo LaChance on everybody, and Harry and Joe, and their pointless and pathetic war of proof as they steal more shit that never was theirs and they never knew how to use. So yeah, how are you going to win against them? How are you going to win against NASA and JPL and Lockheed, Dave, if they're all collecting data too? Or the tech companies for your pathetic little spoiled war with Bernardo LaChance. It's all his boast about who got laid first or who did white purity first. So let him win and let them be the hypocrites that they always were. See Karen Faust, the Country and Western, Stan and Brian Faust. See Steve. See how Joe might have been always wrong. They were watching you guys run around and trash shit with the Robo Rapist Night. So let them win. It's all about who got laid first. As soon as Alyssa comes out here, Mr. Cowboy Man goes into action and shit. So, and then Perlita starts lying, and the Indian woman starts lying, and the Episcopal church man starts lying because you guys screwed over Bailey and me, or Kim, Dave. Joe in his little computer theory with Jehovah's Witnesses, what the only thing you guys keep doing, Dave, it proves that you guys didn't care about the Holocaust. You guys specifically, it wasn't about proof. You guys specifically targeted Russians and Jews to kill and witnesses. Those hicks, that's all they did, because they're still pissed off. So let them win. Yes, Navy, Coast Guard, police officers, firefighters, collect the data mine it, statistical analysis. How are they ever going to win? Because the Oyster Cracker Man, Attila Man, has always been lying. He's boasting about all American, who got laid more, who got laid first, who got married first, who got laid more. Yeah, David, you want Give them power. Give that little dictating piece of shit and Harry and Joe their power to prove how big of hypocrites they are, how their theory to perfection is wrong, how they've jacked up everybody's life multiple times being violent, rapist pieces of shit across the nation with this carny circus, and how they basically stalk all my friends, my relatives, and say that their perfect need for war through a comic book, and screwed over Hollywood celebrities, all the fun, cool stuff for Red Randy and the spoiled little Freeman tribe and Ellery. That's all you guys do. So how are you gonna win? How are you gonna win, Aaron? How are you going to win, Bernard, when all they got to do is collect all of it, all that data, the military and the police, the firefighters, data mine it, analyze it, and they can bust like 90% of the population of this city. So the San Diego police are proving the old one that you guys all jacked up based upon the same ideals, and then Joe and them keep repeating it, and they went after the McBrides, all property. So, like I said, just go slow. Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, military, and police collect it, and they probably already have been. FBI, CIA, NSA. They find out that the little Robo Knight, the East Coast terrorist, is the same. And so let them have their supposed point, to let them prove how hypocritical and how stupid their racism is in their war. How are you going to win, Bernard, when all they got to do is download all of it? And basically, like I said, it amounts to who got laid first, whether it was Jim Neal or Stan, or Aaron or Victor, who else, Justin. That's all it basically boiled down to. You know why? This is why Bernard says I'm an illegal, but he's lying. Because he knew when I first lost my virginity, and she came out here and told him. And then, of course, the Indian woman in Perlita attached to the Bidifat shit. And then Jordan Fowler. It's not really hard to figure out what you're doing, Karen Faust, of the country in the Western, and how big a hypocrites Taco Joe and you all are. So let them win. Let the oppressor win. And so there you go, Navy, Coast Guard, Lockheed, NASA, IHS, JPL. You get to prove some things about little Ellery and the All-American Perlita Quinwans and Dave Balafaga Morad, that they're mass murderers, like it was already proven before when they came through in those houses and killed everybody, professing that they were saving the world or saving the children through Don Wiley and the Negro Ghetto Federation. What it's going to prove, Perlita, you and your ideals with your friends, Dave, as you guys moved from the west to the east, did nothing, into Aurora, did nothing but fucking ruin shit. And then you guys had communication with the African Americans as they moved from east to west, doing the same fucking thing. And then moving down into the Latinoville of Mexico or up into Canada. All based upon, guess what? Making fun of my dad being in an orphanage and you guys running a sex club with it. So, they think they're that badass to have a red light district here in Colorado and they don't know what they're doing? Let them have it. Because they didn't take the precautions needed, because Harry and them wanted to be showboat badasses and they spread their disease. That's why they're all sick. And they announce how great they are by getting laid first. And so guess what? Bernard and them had to develop a story with britches to cover for their damn asses because they were fucking young chicks. Yup. Sloppy as a seconds. That's how much your gangster union and your lies with your ghetto Negroes are. That con that you have in your pictures claiming that's somebody, Perlita, that's me, means you're full of fucking shit. And then playing with those strip clubs like you did out here. Bing, 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 bing. Like I said, it proves which one Perlita and Bernard go after. Blondes and black-haired and my cousins and Rachel and Sasha and the Schwartzes and the Imeses and the Kintiers. That's your regime of ghettohood. And that's why the Negroes are mad, because they know their story about what Stan and them said, or the Olenbergs, is full of fucking shit. And that's all they got. And Bernard and them are mad because they know that they can't be Nazis then, or the communists in Jonestown. But you guys made the big mess down there. Religion. golden, golden. So let the oppressors have it. And then just data collect and data mine and data analyze. And like I said, police officers, firefighters, doctors, teachers, NASA, team up. And you can pretty much bust the entire United States for being hypocrites, religious hypocrites, by telling the military they have to behave a certain way, just like religious Jehovah Joe did, and then behind their backs go around and get laid as many times, making everybody sick, and then turning around saying, now we want the device to work the old way after they were the ones that fucked it all up.